So
No, good on you.
it's been a lovely day though. But you've been busy, mate.
Mate, I popped into the office. As you can see, I'm in the office. I popped in because we've had 11 settlements in the last 48 hours. So we've got to hand keys over to people because they need to move into their properties.
Spot on.
And so I'm just waiting for some more people to come and collect their keys. They're coming with the removalists to collect their keys and their gift, and they'll be able to move into their property this afternoon. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here hopefully not for too much longer, just to get that done, and then I will head home and do a bit more paperwork from home very, very shortly. But we promised people, Andrew, that we were going to give them a quick wrap on what happened in May. So if I can take the liberty just to do a quick wrap on May, a super, super strong month recorded by our officers and the Barry Plant Group in general. And I would suspect most agents across Melbourne would have experienced a strong month. But just locally, our zone, by our officers, 117 sales recorded and completed, finalised through the zone. Importantly, 63 of those just by our group. At Taylors Lakes, Caroline Springs office, it gave us our strongest month that we've ever had. Not in number of sales, we've done more before some years ago, but mind you, that was about 11 years ago.
Average apartments were selling, is that correct, Jim?
Well, yeah, that was when we sold 36 apartments in 2 hours. So that boosted our numbers. It gave us back then a total of, I think it was about 65 sales for the month, but that was boosted by those. But without any development, this has certainly been our strongest, and our strongest overall in revenue and value of properties sold. So individually, our best month. But more importantly, Andrew, a big shout out to you and your team, to Justin and Dario. 23 sales completed by you guys. I think it was 23 sales, 21 listings, so that you transacted and sold. So hats off, mate. If I had a hat, I would take it off, because that's just set a new benchmark. There's been no individual salesperson in our group for as long as I've been doing it that's achieved that and recorded that. So congratulations to you, mate. People that are in the industry would understand what it takes. People that are not in the industry would just listen to those numbers and think, oh yeah, it is what it is. But that's almost a sale a day. And to manage the vendors, to manage the buyers, to manage everyone's expectations, to manage your team, and more importantly, you're also the sales manager, so to manage what's going on in the office is a fantastic effort, mate. So congratulations to you. I salute you, my friend. Well done.
Thanks. Thanks, Jim, and thanks to the team. At the end of the day, it is team effort. And yeah, look, I was scratching my own head as you were just saying that, because it's yeah, look, it's great to record those types of numbers. And again, we know without support of our clients that those numbers wouldn't be possible. And
yeah, sure.
It's simple as that. But definitely very very overwhelmed. And yeah, there's plenty of other words I can think of. You know, obviously one from a personal note. Yeah, very humbling and very rewarding. And yeah, absolutely pumped as well to keep pushing ahead, Jim. So, oh, that's my phone. It's on silent. So,
well, mate, well done. But you said the magic word there, and that is humbling. And the thing that stands out to me about you as a human is that regardless of numbers, you do stay humble, and that has always been the key: is stay humble, be a good human being, and rewards come. So keep at it, my friend. Well done. But just to a few more numbers: 1,373 groups attended our open homes locally, and a 100% success rate for the month, with 41 scheduled auctions, all selling. So that wrapped up May. Then the last few days of May, we go into lockdown. Now we managed to pivot and do 5 auctions online and get those sold, which was outstanding, and that was wonderful. But from there on in, we move on and we move forward. So yeah, mate, up to you now.
So we know obviously from Thursday at 11:59 p.m. there are only 5 reasons basically to leave home, right? We know the 10K radius, exercising, shopping, and basically getting tested or vaccinated. So simple as that. We know now restrictions are in place for a further week, unfortunately. So again, we can only do those certain things. But from our perspective, we know that we did have a couple of auctions that were scheduled for this weekend. We know one of them in Chris Court that we sold a couple of days ago. We had a really strong offer come forward on that property there, 1/42 Chris Court. That's been sold prior to auction for $565,000. So congratulations to the buyers and the vendors of that property there. And then this Saturday, we do have an auction though. We are going to schedule that one online on Nordic Avenue, number 99 Nordic Avenue, managed by Tony and Michael. Even though it has missed its last week of its campaign, the numbers through that property have been sensational. I think around 80, 90 groups have been through that home. So there's more than enough buyers there to conduct an online auction. So we're definitely running with an online auction this Saturday and get that sold for the vendors, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And as we move forward, we'll make some decisions with regards to our auction schedule for the week after, for the 12th and the 19th. I suspect, Andrew, that at this point, we will probably schedule those. We'll postpone those. We'll push them out by another week or two. Yeah. Well, a lot of it depends on what happens moving forward, right? And I know you had a question come through. We asked yesterday or the day before if anyone had any questions. So you had one come through.
Yeah, so basic question was, and we've been through this before, was how long do we think things will bounce back after lockdown? And this is something that we were concerned about as a business the first time we were in this position, and we really didn't know. We didn't know what to expect, right? But over the last week, our inquiry on our properties have been very healthy. So we can only gauge it on obviously level of inquiries that are coming through on our properties. And what happened the previous time we went out of lockdown. And the answer is purely and simply, we have never seen a better market since last lockdown, right? So I definitely think things will bounce back as strong as last time and as we left it. I definitely think there's a lot of pent up demand once again from a lot of buyers that have inquired on these properties. So I definitely think, and I'm positive that things will bounce back just as strong. So I know there's a lot of eager buyers that obviously want to purchase a property, simple as that, and a lot of vendors that obviously want to make the move as well. So I definitely think it's even though at the moment it's obviously a bit dampened the mood of the market, so to speak, but I definitely think once we get out, it's going to be fantastic.
Andrew, I also had a message sent to me direct on Instagram, a DM sent by from Tristan. So shout out to Tristan if you're watching. Tristan wanted to ask whether we think there's going to be any restrictions relating to real estate once we come out of lockdown. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, Jim, look, we don't know exactly what's going to be implied in regards to restrictions. Again, numbers might be limited at auctions as well. We know last time we could only have 20 buyers that could attend an auction, and most of those buyers were people who were actually going to bid at the auction. So obviously limiting their friends and family and so forth that normally would come as support to an auction. So that might occur as well. And of course, open point inspections, how many buyers can actually come through a property at one given time. We might need to go back and only have maybe 2 or 3 people at any given time, based on the size of the property, of course. So again, once we get out of lockdown, I think that the government will give us some more, more regulations and rules in regards to what to do at an open point inspections and auctions. So we'll touch on that as it comes along.
Yeah, look, I would have said the exact same thing. And Tristan, I hope that answers your question. Andrew, the thing to remember with these lockdowns, we've been through them before, we're going through one again now. And there's a lot of people that are stressed about the impact that it will have on them. Interestingly, the other day, I was talking to a friend whose son runs 2 rather large cafes. And we know that hospitality and travel and events are the ones that really feel the impact. And, for everybody sitting at home and for those working remotely, they sort of think, oh yeah, we're in lockdown, I'm still doing my work or whatever. We understand the impact on people that cannot work.
Yeah.
Their staff are casuals. They cannot work. They don't know how they're going to pay their rent. These people that run these businesses, they don't have JobKeeper at the moment. They don't have rent relief from their landlords. Their doors are shut. This young kid, it's costing him $30,000 a week to be closed. And you know what he was saying to his mum and dad, and they're stressing out. And he was saying, mate, I can't do this anymore. I've had enough. I'm going to get out. I'm going to Sydney. I'm going to move. His dad's freaking out thinking, I want to help him.
Yeah.
But he's saying, I don't want your help. We're just going to throw good money after bad. He's thinking, I'm not going to be able to see my grandkids. You know, the impact on a lot of people is immense. But, and we appreciate that. You know, we know from our clients, you know, there are clients who were in the middle of their campaigns that may have bought another property. They may have, you know, they might be splitting up, whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, whack, stop. They can't transact. There are other people that have sold their home and their time's running out and they need to go out and look and buy a property. We cannot show you a property. And if any agent out there is showing you a property, shout out, let us know, get on social media, call them out. They shouldn't be doing it. They're making it harder for everybody. And it's dangerous. You know, you just can't do it. But, you know, we know that there are people that need to transact and understand that we'd love to show you a property, but we can't right now. It's as simple as that. All of our vendors have been put on notice. All of the buyers have been put on notice. We appreciate it might be stressful. However, we've been through it before. We will get through it again. Andrew has just touched on the fact that last time we went through lockdown, things bounced back really, really quickly. I can tell you categorically, we've got a number of properties ready to launch. We decided not to launch them. We decided to hold them back until we've got some clarity about what it's going to look like moving forward, for a number of reasons. One, we don't think there's any point launching a property if we can't show it to you. Yes, we can do a virtual tour and all the rest of it. I did 2 virtual appraisals this morning. Clients were at home. I'm at home. They showed me through their house and on a FaceTime call, and I'm preparing an opinion for them. But, you know, realistically, we know that most people don't go and buy a property like that. They want to see it, touch it, look at what the neighbourhood's like, and you know, understand that, have some patience, look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, do what's best for you at the moment. And the minute that we're out of lockdown, we'll get you straight through the property with whatever restrictions are in place, whether it's masks, sanitizing, QR codes, whatever the case may be. We will do whatever we need to do and we'll help you transact.
Jim, 100% spot on. And, you know, at the end of the day, as much as it's frustrating, it's just the right thing to do is just basically follow the rules. You know, we know there's agents out there there were agents out there that were conducting appraisals on people's properties and so forth. And that's entirely up to them. It's breaking the law, basically. We're not.
They make me sick.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to do that. We just want to make sure that we get out of this as soon as possible. And what we're doing is the right thing to do. And doing virtual appraisals, it's the same as us being there, right? Anyway, right? We know the typical person that's going to sell isn't going to meet us that day and put their home on the market on that day as well, right? So if anyone is out there that is thinking of selling, and I've got a couple of appointments tomorrow through Zoom and virtual appraisals, it's the exact same thing. I'll see the property online. I'll be able to give them some advice in regards to any handyman works or any advice to sprucing the property up. And then that client there that can take the next week or so to get it ready for sale, right? So, and that's the right way to do things, rather than me going to physically see that property. As much as I'd love to, you know, there's no need for that to happen. So I definitely think at the moment, yes, it's tough for everyone, and you touched on the businesses and so forth. And we've got some friends of ours that own cafes and whatnot, and we definitely feel for them. So all we can do is to show them support. Anyone that lives locally next to those cafes and whatnot, go grab yourself a coffee to that local cafe and just give them as much support as we can. So yeah, it's simple as that.
Exactly. So that's our wrap up for May, Andrew. The numbers were great. We're now in a different world again. All of a sudden our world's been turned upside down. Yep. But I think everybody's just got to stay well. We're here. If anyone needs a chat, if anyone needs some advice, any of our team, they're all available. Everybody's available. Phone, email, throw a rock at them, do whatever you've got to do, let them know. And even if somebody just needs to chat, right? Like this young fella that I was talking about the other day, you know, I spent a little bit of time having a chat to him. Hopefully it made him feel a little bit better. But
Jim, you're spot on again. Think about it, right? Like we're normally at work and our phones aren't stopping, right? And we know that we get a phone call, we don't want to hurry up that call, but you kind of know that if you're on that phone call for more than 5-10 minutes, your phone's going to keep ringing, right? And, you know, now is a time where, yeah, the phone's a little bit more quiet and you actually spend some time with that person over the line and just listen to what they have to say, because at the end of the day, there's people out there that definitely are probably a bit embarrassed to reach out, but you don't have to be. No one knows who's calling me, and at the end of the day, it's about just having a chat and you know, again, just making sure they're okay. And again, as I said before, we get out of this together, we're in it together, and as simple as that. So, mate, it doesn't, you know, again, it gets to me as well, because I know a lot of families, and you touched on this a little while ago when you were making the sandwiches in our local area, right? Think about it, Jim. That was in our local area, and I thought about the other day, and I'm thinking, you know, another 2 weeks of this, or it will be 2 weeks since we'll, you know, start a lockdown, and think about all those families and so forth. They were already doing it tough. What they're going to be feeling like now, right? And it really does break my heart as well. Especially we got kids as well, so we know what it's like. But again, as you said, I know I'm harping on this, but I think it's really important for people to understand that we're here to chat. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, mate, I'm going to go and buy some fish and shop local because I'm cooking tonight, so I feel like doing fish. So I'm going to go and buy some fish from Water Gardens here, and I'm heading home to prep for cooking for the family. So, mate, stay well, and I'll talk to you remotely. We've got a Zoom meeting with the staff tomorrow. I'll send out a link for that, and I will see you soon. And to everybody, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and well done again to the rest of the group as well for a fantastic May. And again, we'll look forward as well. And again, quickly, thanks for clients as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day, afternoon, Jimmy, and we'll speak soon.
You too. See you, buddy.
See you guys. Bye-bye.